Good morning, Emmit and Elliot. It's me again. Wanted to talk to you about your mommy. Day 2. And hope you liked the first video a little bit. Hopefully I can tell you a little bit about your mommy. And I will try and give you just little bits and pieces each day. Today I figured I'd tell you a little bit about what she did. Most people thought of her as a horse person and a farrier. Of course, you thought of her as your mommy, but we thought of her as our daughter. But she did a lot of jobs, and here in Tallahassee, one of them was a farrier. But before that, here in Tallahassee, she was a shift manager at the Chick-fil-A, and she did that job really well. They were actually trying to talk her into becoming a general manager, and she thought she may even want to own a Chick-fil-A, and she was on the fast track to doing that. Only 24 years old when she started, and by the time she was 25, she was already managing and talking to the owners about it. And in one of her horseback riding accidents, she broke her leg really bad, and she ended up taking a couple of weeks off, but she got this huge metal splint thing going up her leg, and she was able to stand there doing her job, hobbling around, managing the shift, and it was incredible. Another thing, when she took the time off to have Elliot, it was funny. She would have us drive you to her shift so that she could nurse you during breaks, and we would park in the parking lot next door. They didn't want us to park in the Chick-fil-A parking lot because it was so busy, the busiest one in Tallahassee. So, and she didn't want all of her co-workers to think she was taking advantage of her breaks. So she wanted us to park in the Office Depot parking lot, and she would go over there and nurse, and then she would set up extra bottles so that we could bring them home and nurse the rest of the day with the real milk. But it was funny. At one point, she even had me drive around with you crying, Elliot. And there's another video from a couple of years ago as a baby crying, just because she thought if she could listen to the crying, it produced more milk, and then it would make it easier for her to feed. She'd read on the internet that was another way that she could feed you better if she heard crying ahead of time. There was research to show that, and she really was looking to take care of you the best she could. When she was up in Maryland, she also managed a pizza place. I think it was a Domino's. She also was a bookkeeper. I think I mentioned before, she managed a couple of horse farms. She owned a horse training facility and a horse farm. She also interpreted for ASL. She'd taken classes in college for ASL to become certified American Sign Language. When she was in high school, she did the teaching assistant, and became a certified teaching assistant because they had a program across the street from her high school where there was a grade school, and so her classes, they'd go across the street and help being a teacher's aide for the grade schools. And I don't remember what grade that was that she was working with, but she really enjoyed that. And another thing they did, she went to a special school that had like a magnet program for teaching ag tech, and so she learned how to take care of animals in the school, giving them shampoos and taking care of dogs, cats. They even had a cow there that had like a plastic or glass stomach, so you could see when it ate what went through its stomach. And so she learned how to take cows and stuff like that, take care of cows. But so she got her like her vet tech certificate there at the high school. So she did some stuff with that. So she did a lot of things besides the farrier. A lot of other stuff I didn't mention yet, but I thought you'd want to be interested in what else your mom did. So that's my quick short story about Mom today. I love you guys, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.